Welcome to Royal Zone. Prince Harry, the court orders that certain details of the case be kept confidential. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates. Prince Harry is appealing the government's choice to forego providing him with police protection while he is visiting from the U.S. The Duke has volunteered to pay for police security and stated that he currently does not feel comfortable when visiting. His offer, according to government attorneys, was irrelevant to how officials decided on the security of the royal family. Parts of the court documents in the case should be kept confidential, Mr. Justice Swift decided on Thursday following preliminary hearings in the case last month. The Home Office and the Duke had both requested that certain portions of the court records remain confidential. The Home Office's claim against the Duke is not addressed by Thursday's decision, which primarily addresses the redaction of papers. In order to keep his family secure, Prince Harry contends that his private protection team in the U.S. lacks the necessary outside authority and access to UK intelligence data. The Home Office's Robert Palmer QC previously testified in court that the Duke's proposal for private funding was irrelevant and that personal protective security by the police is not available on a privately financed basis. Speaking on Thursday, Mr. Justice Swift stated that some of the data used in the case related to the protection plans for Prince Harry and other well-known British citizens. Information on such instances typically remains confidential for obvious reasons, he said. Mr. Justice Swift criticized Prince Harry's legal team for violating the documents embargo after the verdict was made public. According to Mr. Justice Swift, it was against the law to transmit a copy of Thursday's decision to a non-attorney, and he called this behavior completely reprehensible. The Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures decided in February 2020 that Prince Harry would no longer receive the same degree of personal protective security when visiting. Prince Harry is contesting this decision. Prince Harry believes the UK is and always will be his home, according to the Duke's attorney, Shahid Fatima QC, who previously testified in court. After leaving their positions as senior working royals in early 2020, the Duke and his wife Meghan now reside in the U.S. with their kids Archie and Lilibet. Last July, when the Diana, Princess of Wales memorial statue was unveiled, Prince Harry made a brief trip back from Los Angeles. The day before, he met seriously ill children and teenagers at a garden party and afternoon tea in West London's Kew Gardens. With declining U.S. interest, Meghan and Harry are in panic as the Sussexes race for options. According to a royal pundit, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are discovering that the U.S. interest in them is waning. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, according to columnist Dan Wootton, are discovering that interest in them from across the pond is waning as their royal ties grow more distant. The discovery has come much to their horror, Mr. Wootton continued. Much to their horror, the Sussexes are realizing that the U.S. interest in them is dwindling, as their connection to the royal family and Britain gets ever more distant, the royal expert wrote for Mail Online. The remarks were made by Mr. Wootton as he talked about Harry and Meghan's upcoming visit to the UK. According to the GB News host, courtiers believe their journey is likely to be, at least in part, commercially oriented. Making them succeed is a completely different matter, he said. While they secured the initial big money deals with companies like Netflix, Spotify, and the bank ethic needed to set up their expensive new life. Mr. Wootton emphasized the fact that Harry and Meghan have only published one podcast episode since committing to a Spotify subscription. While rumors suggest they are filming a reality show, fans are still waiting for the first show from their Netflix contract to be published. There are rumors that the trip to the UK early next month, which is nominally to attend a variety of charity events, would actually be used to produce more material for a TV show like this, according to Mr. Wootton. The Sussexes will go to Germany and the UK in September, according to a spokesman, to help many charities near to their hearts. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates.